Then good evening. We have Maria Elena from Launceston here on my YouTube channel and radio program. And Maria Elena has celebrated 13 years of her original show this month. What a fantastic achievement.
Yes, well, I'm very, very happy to be with your audience. I'm very happy to be in Sydney. I'm very happy to be on the, oh, well, I am showing my arms. I will talking about it soon, but I am very happy to be one of the first person to congratulate for your award. That's the older, very happy to be with you in this program, the DC Moms, and I'm so glad that I am one of the first person can I to congratulate for your wonderful award from the CBAA Community Broadcasting Australian Association. So I'm very happy to be with you. And yes, my name is Maria Elena Chagoya. I'm from Mexico. I will tell you what is the reason I am here in Sydney. And then yes, my program turned 13 years in October. I like because I'm Mexican. I like to celebrate. I celebrate the first year,
It
the
looks
second, the
like
third,
you love to
always.
celebrate, and
Yes.
you're
Now,
wearing a colorful costume, but you came to Sydney and there's your cake. You're just full of
yeah, well, look, a friend of mine, she just telling me that I have it with this only three candles here because we didn't have the biggest space about that. But I
That's
am
so
celebrating with you.
good. That's
We
so
can
good to
say,
celebrate, to stop and celebrate
yes.
your show. And how many of your listeners have you got in Tasmania?
Well, really, I don't know how many listeners we have just in Tasmania, but what one is the beautiful opportunity to be in that platform of the radio community. It's that connected me with a lot of people in the world, with a lot of people in the main line. The people listen the program in another cities. A lot of people they are learning Spanish. They want to listen the program. They find excellent for to communicate. But another part so important for me and you as a colleague, and all my colleagues that who Spanish, they know it, and I'm not show off. It's part of my every day. I think we connected almost every day. And we have another organization that this is where we meet us, is National Ethnical Multicultural Broadcasting. So 2 years ago, 4 years ago, but what 4 years ago is when we started the group just in Messenger. So we are connected almost every day to centers, music, artists, events. So that what is my program can be listened for another audience in different part of the cities of the world, but also them. I am promoting when I'm talking about radio community and programs in Spanish. I don't say Spanish multicultural city per radio and you only listen to me. I talking about the community plus, and I showing how many different language we have or different stations about the Spanish, but also I talking about your programs and I talking about the other multicultural. So I think that a number doesn't matter because every day can continue, and then it's so wonderful. Now, also now is you have the opportunity to connect by online, of course, and we are now doing a program that is in English, that is not just in Spanish. So
Yeah.
yes,
I
people
think
they
it,
are
I
happy
think
to connect.
language is one thing that never changes, right?
Yeah. Yes. And then one of the posts I love it is when they say we have the same language, the smiling. All we have the same language and it's the smilings and the connection. So it's very good. And then yes, also not just about 4 years ago when we started this group. Also my first conference of radio that was in 2012. This is where I meet, for example, Marcela and Eduardo, that they are from Ecuador. And from that year, from this conference, we are friends forever. And we're talking, oh, one day we are doing programs together. And we already did it. I already went to Bathurst and I did program. They already came to Launceston and I did program in City Park Radio. So yes. So
So
the next
Elena,
time I will do a
when you
program
first
with you.
came to Australia, were you looking for a radio station or you just happened? It just happened.
That just happened. Just that happened that now happened with Fatima. Because let me tell you that we was doing a little practice, and then we was doing something presentation before to start this online.
I
So happened
know.
exactly the same. I yes, I study in a university, in a very nice university, but like a diploma. I study the name in Spanish is locución, so broadcasting. At that time, that was not that. At that time, they mentioned in my classes already something that the name is internet, and you can to ask everything. So this is when it still was knowing internet is still in the on our
Wonderful.
lives. That is
Wonderful.
when I study. But really, what I did is at that time in Mexico, I my profession in Mexico for many years, I was image consultant, and that's what the color is also very important in my life, and then makeup artist. So I didn't have a program. I was the guest talking about the advices or the tips about beauty. But always my advices was more about the just the normal beauty or what they sell in the magazine or whatever. Was also about the your inner beauty. So how you can to using your right colors, how you can to feel confidence, how don't need to use in the fashion or the makeup for to hiding yourself. So yeah, always was like this. But then I arrived in 2008, almost at Christmas time. So really my life started when my daughter entered to the school in 2009. And then in 2011, so nobody was telling me about community radio. Nobody was telling me that it was Spanish. But then was Way, then I sent a kiss to Way that is Chinese, and he is a teacher of tango. So we have something in common. So he teaching Argentinian tango. And then one day he told me, "Why are you not? What you are not doing a radio program? You like talk. They already know
Yeah.
that I talk. You like music. You like dancing. Why
Yeah.
are you not doing a radio
See?
program?" And then my life just was wow. Of course, I never think into really being radio with music.
Mm.
So the belong to connected with my son, with my tradition, with the artist. That was so beautiful for me. And then I think expressing the with the audience and the opportunity to meet more people. So that is how I entered, and that this is what happened today. Now we were just talking with Fatima. Are
Yeah.
you in the radio? No. Oh well, you should to come into the radio. We just
That's what
invited.
happens. I think that's all of us. We got this thing and we just took it.
Yes. And then yeah, recently one of the best assets we have now, and he will to be happy to listen this program. He's Terence. Terence is a Philippine guy who is a study architecture in Tasmanian University, and I meet in a remake that we were talking about later on when we're talking about the customs and the sustainable things. And then I say the same. Well, you know what? We need persons. We don't have now Philippine programs. And then he just went the same day. He went to the office. They was closed. He knocked the door. He was meeting people. And now you know who is? You meet him. He is now the new youth representative of the NEMBC from Tasmania.
Yeah, I saw
Yes.
the guy. Yes.
Yes,
That's
yes,
how
and
I
then
met you. We met each
that
other.
introduction
Mm.
was just the last year. So he has really less than 1 year to be a radio presenter. So it's very important because of course, the age doesn't matter because we know that it's a lot presenters who has many years and that are very very valuable because they have many years and the gray hair shows the experience. But we know it that also is good to bring youth people because probably that youth people are just using platforms or a lot videos, or they are not connected really with the music
Yeah.
from our countries,
Mm.
and even they are not connected with the artists they are in Australia. They are very good. So yes, welcome the new people. But each age is important because now you have a new colleague also in your station. What do you know about Luisa? Y-
Yes, so yeah, we will get to know Louisa um, on another episode. Yes, I think so.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah,
So
there's a
yes,
lot
that
of
that is
stories.
how we are involved. I
Yeah,
meet Luisa. She has doing adult beautiful programs also by
yeah.
video. But then I say, come into the radio. We need you. We need you. So
Mm,
now she took the training in a live
mm.
FM with Raul. She will be your new Spanish broadcaster. So that will be wonderful. And then so yes, so we are continue
Yes, and
creating this
so
networking.
radio has definitely sparked interest in your community, and it is spreading. It is spreading every time you meet people.
Yes, that's so beautiful. And then yes, well, um, I always looking forward when I go to another city to try to have one program for my program or for the program of your friend that it's okay because basically my program is in Spanish. But I'm so glad to be with you, but also with the winner of the
Thank you.
what is the
The-
title of your
it's
prize? Tell us.
the outstanding community uh outstanding,
Volunteer?
yeah, volunteer, outstanding volunteer community. It's a title. Outstanding
It's a
something
new name, yes.
volunteer.
But yeah,
Volunteer.
congratulations because that is very, very good than you are,
Yeah. I
that you
think
deserve that.
there's not enough radio community radio presenters. Definitely not enough.
Yeah.
But
But
Elena,
congratulations
you,
because you deserve that. You inspire us. And then we say, yeah, we need to
yeah,
find the time to do our recording.
I think, yeah, that's when I decided to get you on the call because you're a visitor to Sydney. And why did you come? You had some big tall ship you were visiting.
Well, I think that it's not just to visit because my partner say, yeah, yeah, we can visit them. Well, no, the project was big, and that is again part of or interesting or love to share with the community. So yes, the ship is a Mexican tall ship. Then let's see if the reflection is not very bad with this one. Of course, maybe you can to put
So is this a
the
replica?
video
Is
the
this a
video was very
replica?
interesting.
Is
the
this
the
ship a,
book the but
yeah,
yes, it's a beautiful book here of
yeah.
every year they do a different book, and this is the graduation of the cadets, so they are a story for different years, and then the last year that cadets they will travel it around the world. And of course it's not the only one in Mexico. They are a different tall ships than they are around the world. But then I think the logistic they is that go in different directions. For this year, that was the three continental instructions for this ship that take it three different continents. But because Australia is it's very big, so they stop it in three different places. They stop it in Perth, they stop it in Melbourne, and they stop it in Sydney. And then and
Now let's
then
go back. I
different.
remember
They
in
start from
school,
San Diego.
in
Sorry.
high school, we talked about Columbus and some Magellan and some people. Are these is this to do with these circumnavigation people?
Well, the traditional probably yes, because it's with the old style of this one that is
Yeah.
no machine. It's all about the bells. But really, this one is a school. This is a school for the Navy.
Oh,
For
okay.
and then yes, and then that is very impressive because it's too big. The flag of Mexico is big, big, big. So what that happened, it's every year that this boat has 42 years. So it's
So it's a training.
very,
It's a
very
training for the
welcome.
training of the Navy of Mexico.
Yes, that's correct. So every year they traveling in the different directions. This year they coming here because the last time they came to Australia was in 2006. So 18 years ago. And then one, oh,
So
here I
they're
was
going in
looking for
different
the,
directions to learn the seas, the map the oceans, to get more skills.
yeah, because like for example, just to do a short example about, so when this ship was in Melbourne, also the Italian one was in Darwin.
Wow.
Yes. So I think they need to do all these ships. They don't need. They go in a different direction. Than they don't need to. They don't need to be in the same place at the same moment. That's why it take too long. And for example, here this is a one beautiful bag we received on a present and a poster. Yes, but what I can tell you is they went to. They started in Acapulco, that is Mexico. Then they went to San Diego. They went to Honolulu, Tokyo, Japan, Korea, Shanghai, China, Manila, Philippines, Singapore, Jakarta, Indonesia, then Australia. And now they are on the way to go to New Zealand. Then we'll go to Tapit, Tahiti, and then back on the 14th of December, sorry, to Mexico, so to Acapulco. But the experience to enter to the boat is just amazing because yes, it's so big, so wonderful, so clean, but we, for the Mexicans, we know it. We are putting one step to Mexico, so a little part of Mexico in Australia. And
That's
they have
beautiful. And these
music.
are all made by the Mexicans in Mexico.
Yes, that the captain and the, yes, all the, actually all the Navy students need to be Mexican only. They cannot share another nationality for to study. So, and
So
if you
how
want
do
to
you
see,
how do you qualify to get on this boat to go around the world?
well, they need to have their different qualification, also different, it's very special conditions. They are study on land for a
Do you know
while.
anyone? Do you know anyone who's had this experience?
Well, I meet them in the boat, of course.
Ah,
And if you can see, you will to put maybe the video, but if you get to see the little things there, they are not toys.
exactly.
They
It is
are
a
the people already. They are the Navy. So I don't know if the others do the same, but Mexican enter like this with the Mexican music through to the port.
wow.
So now in Sydney was extraordinary because they crossed to the where is the opera house, so a lot of people can see them, and then stop in one port. And usually they have the door is open and you can to visit the boat for actually 5 days. But
Maria,
when they arrive, it's a spectacular.
inside the boat, is it electronic and modern inside?
No, basically it's no modern. Basically,
Nothing.
it's all the things are in the traditional way of the tall ships. So
Oh,
the what they were learning, it's so impressive. Actually, in Melbourne, one of the PhD candidates, she's a study in the Melbourne University. She's a PhD. Her name is Laura Gomez, and I send my greetings to her. And she's Mexican. She was one of the person that was allowed to enter to different areas because she's doing for her PhD
oh.
special project about the intangible and heritage that can be disappear if we don't continue. So that it was a beautiful opportunity. So to visit the boat was very nice. But then why I came here and why I was very connected, well, again, it's about community radio. And my embassy already know how they really prove how stronger we are because they already is going to New Zealand and we still are talking about. So what I did is I connected, them too, because we were in the national conference in May. So I contact Carito from Latin Studio in Perth,
Yes.
and she's also working with Isabel Lopez, and she's Mexican, so it's not in every program, but she's Mexican. So that would say the Cuauhtemoc is coming. You need to do something about. So they interview in the studio to the ambassador, the our new ambassador from Mexico is Ernesto Céspedes Oropesa. They do a beautiful interview that is already in Face Live and also in the radio program. And then, yes, talking about the Cuauhtemoc and the ship and the Mini. But then the next stop is Melbourne. So I already contact our colleagues. So we have there Vanessa Gatica, and she is Mexican. Migdalia is also Mexican. And then was a beautiful variety and combination because Vanessa is part now of To The Wire, that is also part of the community news, but in English. So she did an interview in English, Migdalia doing Spanish, Juan Juan from Triple Set also he do a different things, an interview, an announcement that the days you can visit the boat, and then Catherine Santa Maria. Then she is recently arrived to Melbourne, and she's a journalist, so she did another things about videos. So on and on and on with their promotion. So then I say, well, if I am working hard for to have this and now I'm in Tasmania and I'm not coming to Tasmania. I think I need to go to Sydney. So I came. And then we have we have sadly in Sydney didn't, and I will mention very short because we always need to take the positive of the situations. So sadly in Sydney, because the stop in the military area, well, for whatever misunderstanding, they didn't allow then the people enter. So for 4 days was closed to the people. And then all the interviews and all the things they say you need to go to see, but you can't. And then, well, I need to stop myself. Then it's very difficult because we want to invite the schools. We was ready, filmed and radio schools. They was ready to attend, and then we need to limit it, and we need to say, well, I need to follow what the embassy was telling, that on Friday was only 20 places for short time, for 40 minutes. So this is what we did. But but as I say, we continue talking about the Cuauhtemoc right now, and the Cuauhtemoc, we can be very, very grateful about them because they don't have an idea how many wonderful connections we are doing online.
Yeah.
Because the Saturday when they farewell, we meet us in another point. We meet us in the Mrs. Macquarie share, and a lot of people was in another area, and another all the
So
public
while
that
this is
was
going
near.
on, Maria, the King of England was here, but this is bigger.
Oh, well, yes. And then we were there because when we arrived to the Macquarie, that was already two cameras, was the Channel 7 and the Channel 9. And to say, oh, you're coming to record our boat. No, 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 we're coming to record the king. But then, yes, because they cannot move, also record the boat. And then, yes, Camila and the king, they went out to the veranda to see our Cuauhtemoc. So they have their own impression, but also we connect with new Mexicans. We connect with the newspaper. I the first time I really connect with Nelson Cabrera, and he has years and years. He is more than 80 years old. He don't look like that, but he has all this experience, and now he has an um, semanario español, so it's a digital free newsletter or newspaper. Then we are connected. So we are connected people of 80 years old. We say octogenarios, but this is when the experience is coming. I am in the 50s. We connected with people for the 30s, for the 40s. And all this is happening. They say, oh, well, I didn't see the boat. I didn't see the boat inside, but we was waving them and they was taking photos, and we was the flag, because the Mexican, we love it, the flag. So, but then we are connected. So that was the reason I came here. And as I say now, by doing this program and mentioned about, we are just so grateful about Cuauhtemoc. and all the new things is happen that is connected us. And that's
Definitely,
why
it's
that's
I'm
why you are
learning a lot
invite me,
about.
because you are open of that too.
First time I've ever even heard of this ship. I've heard of the explorers, the Spanish explorers in the school they teach us, but for someone from Mexican heritage to follow this ship, it means so much. When you were a little girl, did you follow the ship?
No, no, it's like you say, wait, you we know what we have, La Pinta, La Niña, y La Santa
That's
Maria.
the
This is
one,
the
La
three.
Pinta, La
Yeah.
Lila, they were
Yeah.
drilling us in the head.
Yeah. Yes.
Magellan.
So that is beautiful, because even I meet and connected with some of the students, and even the cook, the chefs of the things. And they was sending me photos, and I was sending photos. Look, this is who discovered Tasmania, or this is who discovered um the Captain Cook.
Yeah. So
I don't
Maria,
remember now the name. So,
do you know who the first Mexican explorers came to Australia?
no, I don't know that. I don't put me this question now,
No.
because I will look
Okay.
like I don't know when. But the important, back to the question. Yes, I was
Little girl.
not aware of the wonderful thing, and then also, and some person say me, no, I don't want to follow them because I don't like the war. And me either. I don't like the wars. I don't like the wars even when I was child. I said to my dad, no, I don't want to see these movies. It was a war. But when I saw the Facebook, because well, Instagram or Facebook, that really it's a source of a lot image and understanding. So the page of Secretaría de Marina, so it's Navy government, Mexican government. Oh my goodness, they are very good patients, because they put a lot of the things. So yes, thanks God we are not in a war in Mexico. So the Navy is really for to care people. And this boat, they are a study, but also they are the goodwill of friendship. So they come in to create a friendship. The
Yeah.
way they treated us to explain all the things in the boat is amazing, to admire them to do all the things they are need to do it. The love of the sea, that is just amazing. So, and then yes, that also, because I was listening what my colleague was telling me, to say, oh no, I need to go to Sydney. So I waited until Friday to do an interviews, and finally I didn't do the same interviews that my colleagues have, because I cannot to meet as an interview, for example, the commander, the Captain Molina. But I did the different things. I did a lot of interviews with the people. I did interviews with the migrant people, with the Mexican people. So it's a combination. So I think we are very grateful to be here.
So in summary,
So
this board is a friendship board. It's here on to collect scientific information about the sea and how to get from Mexico to Australia and everywhere else, is it?
well, but this part is more about the government of the embassies and the connection. They are coming to learn to be a navy. They learning to come in to see to be a marinero. So all this is meantime they are in the sea. They need to learn how all the things they need to how to move in, how to turn,
Yeah,
how the astronomy and the start. All this is about them,
then
um
the
to
skills,
do
they're
the to
learning the
do the
skills.
studies.
There's new generations learning the same thing.
Yeah, and the next year they will go again, about May, but they will be with the new cadets, of course, teachers and another person of the crew maybe will be the same, but they have another boat student. They really need to work. But
Mm.
then, yeah, every year they change and they will go to another part of the world. So
And it's a
yes,
very, they have to achieve the skill to get on the board. They have to pass
yes,
tests, exams.
yes, exactly. That's absolutely true. They need to have well, all the conditions for to be accepted. And then, well, yes, it's no easy just to travel in for 7 months or 8 months, and they stop it, of course. They have the opportunity to have an activity with the community. That is very, very nice. And then, yeah, well, I think they love. We are in Mexico. We have some than the the people from the sea, from the los marineros, we say. So the Navy people, they have a love in every port. Well, I think they have a lot,
Well,
love,
I've
because
learned a
really
lot. I did
a
not
lot
know.
friendship. Oh
I
my
did not
goodness,
know.
yes.
I did not know the Mexicans love their ships. I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, I think it is like I say, when we are meeting, because I wanted to go because I say, oh, my dad will love to be there. Well, it's beyond that. And the other thing, this is the first year that was a lot women's study, and in the road was about 41 women in
Really?
the that we would expecting to invite one of them in the full program, because that will be very interesting, because of course this program we are trying to connect it, because your program is a busy mom. So how many things are involved to continue doing our passion? So I'm here for the passion
Yeah, that's a
about
very
community
interesting
radio,
thing.
because
The women in radio,
because
women in the Navy, we need to grow the women in each industry.
yes, yes, and then yes, and if we was another a performance a few years ago, I follow an indigenous who did a
And imagine
beautiful
a woman on a
ceremony
board
in.
for 7 months. How would they? It'd be very interesting to find out from her how she copes with the 7 months on the sea as a woman.
Yes, yes, and with a lot male around. So yes, we need to invite them. You are listening to the program, so if
Yeah,
you are
there should
not
be another guest.
in this combination, they will need to invite us, because they will be, yeah, really, really
Very
interested. So
interesting. Very interesting.
yes.
And also some other big event, a festival you're celebrating in Sydney.
Well, not just in Sydney. We are in October now, and then, for me, especially October is very special. For me, October, well, is when I start my program, is when I attend into different conference, because before was in that month. And then, yeah, well, the next year the conference again will be now in Hobart, if you already see that.
Yes, yes.
But
October is a special month. So your festival, what's the name
yeah,
of your festival?
yeah, well, it's a special. The name of the celebration is on the 1st and 2nd of November. So really, October is important because we have all this preparation, and the name is the date of the dead. The name is a little confused, because literally in English you say you are giving the a day for the dead, but it really in Spanish is los muertos, so it's date of the people already passed away. Yes, so we are honor them, and then we remember them, and then it's in a combination from the Mexicans, that already the indigenous have this connection with the people already passed away, and never in the sad way, never to do in the sad way. That is nothing related about Halloween, because it's just a coincidence that is in the next day, but that is what it is. But then when the Spanish conquers the indigenous, well, they try to educate in the same way. So they create the All Sundays. That is, yeah, remember the.
Explain all this color. What is all the decorations about? And what you were mentioning about recycling. What is that?
Yes, well, the recycling, I will to say, give you the explanation in a minute. Before, what I can say is that elegance that you can see, it's probably the similar that the elegance we have in Australia with the Cup Day. But that one was a criticized that start in the 19th century. We have a very cartoonist and activist, and that was a very, very good artist. The name was Jose Guadalupe Posada. So he really was who created the Katrina, because the Katrina is in a skull, But if you see one skull when you are going to the doctor or when you are going to another kind of uh, celebrations, well, you see the with white and just clear. Well, what happened with Jose Guadalupe Posada? He created a very elegant person and was like a criticized because they was representing not the indigenous, they was representing the Spanish people, that they were very skinny, very rich, very elegant with a lot of flowers, but there was no surviving or no strong enough than the indigenous, and it was only eating tortillas and beans. So that is what started. But then over the years, we continue with the tradition. So for example, when I grew up, the schools, the sugar schools was just that, was sugar schools with the colors, with flowers, and with our name. And we never feel offended that we receive in a school with our names, and was part to put in the altar. So the altar has some beautiful meanings because you can put the photos of the people already passed away. You can do in your house, and then it start to continue because we start to put it in the schools. In this, for example, when my children was little, every year I put the altar in the schools for to represent it my heritage and the tradition, so that my children can see and then I can see. And for example, I will show you this one. This one we did 1 year. Yep. And then sometimes the teachers, they're asking to you, we don't want to take a photos of the children. So that was perfect because they did this mask and then they covered in the faces. So yes, so I keep this one. This one is from my daughter, who is from the when she was in the grade 3. And if you see this, he is supporting by the old wood spoon. Then that is part of the recycle we will talking. So this is one of the explanation. Now that time of the years, the flower, the golden, the marigolds, they are traditionals. So that's what we start to dressing like this. But now go beyond because everybody wants to have a party, and then everyone wants to have a Mexican party. So now the people, they do more, instead to do Halloween parties, they are doing Date of the Dead parties, where the involved of the schools are involved with a lot of flowers. So we have here one representation of Frida Kahlo, yes, who was wearing a lot of flowers also in the head. So that is what started the tradition from that, because we have sugar school with decoration, and because we have this artist, um, Jose Guadalupe Posada, who start to recreate. Now they start to doing a big dresses, but a big makeup and a beautiful things. Now this is, you were asking to me, what about the recycle thing? Yes, but about the recycle thing, it's I am part of the beautiful organization in Tasmania that we like to recreate uh, 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 clothes and garments with recycled materials. So when they invite me to participate, that is always in November, I always wanted to be the Katrina.
So
And then,
so maybe bouquets, you can repurpose those bouquets and put into your hat.
sorry?
The old flowers, the bouquets, silk flowers, you can put into your hat.
Yes. You can to put in a hat, or you can to put in like a head flowers. You can to create that, but then you can to create like this one, like for example, the decorate or I have my shoes with bones, or I have doing this part of the art. So since I am part of this group and this collective of artists, even things I have like this is for to put eggs. So it's a and I to do the bones. So we are inviting because you can come into Launceston because we are doing it's not just the celebration, the Dead of the Dead. We having a parade with all these recycled materials. And then it's an opportunity to come in. So whatever you can have in a house, like for example, I have this bag, this old bag, and then I create. So this is one of the things we can to do it, and that is also what I painting, because probably that can be expensive to bring from Mexico, but also you can to create your own art.
Yeah,
So
everything is art, isn't it? You can wear it, you can put it in the house.
yeah. This was made for my son, and then he was using a heart and it's not anymore for his size. So this is what we can to do it. But I jump in a little bit to mention that um because we was asking about the recycle. But what is happening now is everywhere they are doing celebrations, and Sydney is no exception. So the 2nd of November in the university,
Yeah,
you are
University of New South Wales.
that's correct. The universities are very interesting to support this kind of traditional celebration. So Lupita think that he has many, many years to have collecting the things for the altar. She will to do the altar. Usually we invite you to say if you want to bring the photo or copy of the photo of your belongs, you can to put in the altar. There will to be music, there will to be food, of course, because you know why we do the altar. We put flowers, we put the photos, but also we put food because we feeling that they coming to visit us. So we
There's
put the
going to be
tequila.
talks, there's going to be a dance, there's going to be art, catering, and all
Yes,
sorts of things on University
yes.
of New South Wales, 2nd of November.
Yes, and actually also the people can come in as a Katrinas or as a Katrin or as a sugar school. And then Katrina Ecologica, then I am already presenter, I am broadcaster, but when I am in this kind of this month, I am the Katrina Ecologica. So we will to have a special prize for the people. They are putting a lot of the most items, and you can to recreate your dress with second hand with beloved cloth, or with a cloth you say, okay, my pants are black and now I cannot wear because they look old. Well, wearing that, and you can paint the bones, and you can to put decoration. So because the Catrina Ecologica will to try to encourage that you are using a second hand. And that is a beautiful, beautiful experience. If you didn't go yet to one kind of party like this, I really invite that you attend. That is so beautiful.
I think it'd been lovely for the busy moms to go and have a look and bring the children and to take part in this beautiful Mexican celebration.
But that exactly, and yes, please go with the cameras, don't do interviews. The last year when I was, that was in well, we happening. I did the last year I did it in Adelaide, in Melbourne, Sydney as a Katrina, but in one of them there was yes, a busy mom, a widow. She stopped it. She did one of the activities, one of the crafts we have there, and then she told us, well, I am widow. And then she talking with her daughter and to say, would you like to do an altar in the house? So yes, I know the party is fun because the people, they like to see what is Mexico. Thank you. But if you also put an altar in your house, that is where we're really, really, we are so pleased because we are passing a beautiful tradition that you remember the people already passed away, but this is the way of the significance. And you can to do a Mexican style, or you can to do a classic style. My mom didn't want it. She didn't like the smell of these flowers. So the altar, my mom was very classic. She was not the traditional one. So whatever is your
You won't believe my husband's when I met him, he was doing his Bachelor of Illustration in Melbourne, and he has done his final coffee table book with an artwork with from your country. I will have to
oh,
find it and take a photo and show you in person. I have to
well,
find it.
actually, yes, show me that. But also who are coordinate the festival here in, at least here in Sydney. We invite you, everyone, they try to do something different. But in Sydney, they have a gallery. So I will to recommend
Oh,
contact Diego and Karen,
yeah.
because they will to say straight away, they will to say, yes, yes, please, we want your art. And even if the audience also listen and you have something, because it's so many people that are Australian or the other countries, they wanted to do it. So if you have some art already related to the Date of the Dead, please bring us, because they will to be a part of the gallery.
Oh my
So
goodness.
say
You're,
to your
we are
husband
we
and
are
will be an
connected
honor.
before I even met you. We are connected through this art. My husband actually made his coffee table book cover with this skull with roses, and he drew it and illustrated it for his assignment. Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, that is a very good
So
news,
I'm
because
like
you
looking
will
at
to
these
have an
things. I
expert.
said, I've seen this before somewhere. What is this? It's everywhere around the world. It's yeah, it's very famous.
Yes, yes, yes. And then, yeah, well, that is now that when we say Coco and we say James Bond, or of the Mexican, you say, oh, well, it's all your fault. We say like a joking, because we didn't do a parade in Mexico before James Bond movie. So that was then they create, that was a parade. Now, yes, every day, because we have a parade for Christmas, we have a parade for the Three Wise Men in January for the Children's Day, but now it's a huge, huge, huge parade in Mexico City for all these things. We have in a little, they have in a giant. So, so yes, that tradition is growing. But yes, we like the party, we like the fun. We don't need to be drunk. We don't want it. Or really, we don't want it to people to be drunk about that, because it's not about that. It's about celebration of the lives. This is very nice, and the happiness. And then but then, yes, as I say, you can to have all your traditions, you have all the things you can say, and the food. The food is just amazing. We have a beautiful bread, and you want to try a special bread for this time of the year. And then, yes, welcome all the artists part.
Thank you. I just love your culture. It's been great to let new listeners know about it, about this Mexican heritage, which you are so passionate about.
Yes, we are. And then also, I will let you know, please, Rose, because I have a request from the embassy. They would like to do a video. Still, I'm not doing the video because we are in the middle of all these still things about the Cuauhtémoc. But then, yes, I will to do a video, and the video is just with some tips that you can to do it for your custom. And then when we have this video, we'll be very happy to pass through to your program. But then, yes, one is the idea. If you find the gloves, or you already have black gloves, painting with the flowers, with the color,
Yeah.
so try to be colorful.
And the famous chef Miguel Maestro, is he Mexican?
Oh, he's from Spain, I think so. Yes,
Okay.
I would love to meet you. Miguel, I would like to meet you. Please come in to visit to Tasmania. And then, yes, I would love it to be part of your program. And
Yes,
then, actually, I love to buy his brand name of things he's doing. Yes, I don't know in person yet, but yes,
I'm sure he'll be.
very famous, very, very charmed.
Yes, I'm sure we can all connect somewhere sometime soon.
Yes, but that is the beauty of what is happening in this street. How many people we are connected,
Yeah,
how many people we want to do a synergy. We are doing a sorority. Sorority in Spanish is very important, because I am here to supporting you, and be grateful about your success, because I'm learning from you, and I'm so happy
that's
to
so
be.
good. That's how we connected at the national conference in Adelaide. That's how I met Elena through Love for Radio, and it's going to go on and on and on.
Yes, that's correct. So that is the beauty. So that is something that is coming with my, that is connected with my heart. So we invite you. We invite you, if you are already presented, and to join us. Then we connected. We are doing a beautiful things, because we are exporting musicians. We are exporting musicians. One of them, like Nala Barbosa, she's from Colombia, from Adelaide. And actually, yes, in that trip is when I tried to meet some presenters from Mexico, and I didn't meet him, but he said, listen this song. From there, we are playing and playing and playing and
Yes,
playing in
please
different.
send the busy mom send me some artists to interview. I can do
Yeah,
this.
yes,
Yes,
and actually, of course, she can just speak Spanish, but the English, but this one is in Spanish. But why not? She can also start to sing it in English because that is important. My program now, it's almost all the music from the Latin American artists as well. If you have an artist and you say, Elena, please play in your program, of course I will to do it because I think it's the important part that radio community say,
yeah,
coming to listen your talent and your family. This is also important. You know that a lot of people in our countries don't speak English. So when one artist come into our program and the family in the country, they would listen, oh, well, it's over the moon. So in many ways, we are connecting that with our language, with our culture, and then yeah, why not? I want to learning our language or visit our country. Then you will love Mexico when you go.
oh, it seems so far away, but thanks for bringing a piece of Mexico to the Busy Moms radio show.
Thank you to you. Well, the next step is Hobart because we already know that the next year
Yes,
conference will be
Hobart.
there.
We're
So that
going to
is a
come
good
into
spot.
Hobart to find out everything
Yeah.
about everything.
Thank you. And really, I love the concept of the busy mom. So some people was because they are busy, they was not able to connect it with us at this time. But I know what we will to do in different
Yes,
parts. Will
the
be
show
able to
goes on
contribute.
every Saturday. There'll be somebody
Yes.
on Busy Moms. Don't worry about that.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm
Yeah,
so glad to be in your program and
yeah,
invite you to my audience and to my friends and the colleagues
yeah,
that listen your program. It's a
yeah.
program and
And we
podcast too.
have the YouTube channel, so I'll send you this YouTube channel, and we can always do the YouTube again and again.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. As the same for in my side, you can to listen and like it, City Pop Radio on Facebook, and I have the Spanish Multicultural City Pop Radio in Facebook. A lot of things are
Yes,
bilingual, a lot are in
I'll put your
Spanish.
bio at the bottom of
And
this. I'll put your bio at the bottom of this YouTube.
thank you. And you know what? Something else is coming. A Latin American Film Festival. Latin American Film Festival is about 14 films, all free with subtitle in Spanish. Always start in Canberra in August. And now I think in the first week of November, I will send you the information. They start here in the Instituto Cervantes or Cervantes Institute.
Okay,
They are absolutely free. You don't need to pay anything for to see the films, and they are films from different Latin American countries.
okay. I'll put all your links. You have so many. I'll put them all at the bottom of this YouTube channel.
Yes.
Okay,
Bueno, muchas gracias, amigos. Gracias
gracias.
and congratulations.
Okay, all right. Finished.